friends, welcome back to some more Head and Small Engines. Today we are changing the deck belts of a John Deere 42-inch edge cutting system deck. This is hopefully going to be pretty straightforward. Here's the new belt. Part number GX20072. And we're going to be taking off the covers here. And it looks like probably the pulleys to get the deck out. So let's get started. All right, cool. Let's tilt this camera down so you can see what I'm doing. You don't get a lot of tilt to this camera. All right. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so first we got to get the covers off. We get a 10mm. Well, you know, let me get my little metal tray too. You know, I always seem to lose bolts. I've got these wonderful magnetic trays, but I never use them. I promise that's coming out. Nope, here comes my daughter. I am... Oh, gosh, that's loud. I am making a video and changing a belt. What are you doing?
Why are you changing a belt?
Because it needs to be changed.
How do you change a belt?
Well, I'm showing everybody right now. You're welcome to check it out. It's not very interesting. It's kind of loud, but... Alright, looks like there's some aftermarket bolts on here, so we're going to go from my 10 to, I think, my 13mm. Looks like it'll do the trick. Yeah, good job covering your ears. There's one. There's two. There's three. All right. There we go. I was going to say that brake does not look like it's loving life. Okay. Here we go. I've always had that. Well, I got it a few years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before your phone?
It holds my phone so I can make videos and show people how to fix lawnmowers.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So now we're taking my 15mm and we're going to take these pulleys off. And, yep, there you go. Cover your ears. Good job. Let's test that pulley out. Yeah, that bearing still seems good. That's always nice. Don't have to change bearings when you're changing decks out and stuff. It's always good to make sure your bearings are not, you know, making a loud kind of like metallic noise, and that they sound nice and smooth. You know, pick some of the gunk out of there so it doesn't rot it out. Never hurts. Yeah, all right, one more. Woo, so loud. All right. There goes that one, and the belt is off. You know, that actually sounds pretty good too. We do not need to be ordering extra parts. Customers, that always makes the customer happy. All right, we got some extra grass dried on here. We'll get that out of here. We don't want that. So that's how you kind of get your deck rotted out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you agree, huh? And you don't, you know, not everybody has a compressor, but man, If you got a compressor, it's nice to, blow this out every so often throughout the year. Or, if not, you just take the deck guards out and just reach in and clean them out. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
I'm glad you agree, Amelia. I'm glad you agree.
Is this the new belt?
That's the new belts. All right. So, this should be pretty straightforward. Belt goes on the spindles. Okay. And let's see, usually John Deere will tell you how to route the belt. I don't see a route on here, but it's pretty straightforward. Like that.
Yep.
Yep, Amelia still agrees. That's still good.
And we want it so we can ride it again.
Mm-hmm.
So, we want it to because if anyone wants to buy it, or we want it again.
Mm-hmm. And if people are ever wondering, hey, I don't have I'm having a hard time figuring out what goes where. These flat pulleys, the ones that are really wide, they're at least like an inch thick. The fat, wide part of the belt goes on those ones, and these ones, usually like they might call them like a V pulley. Has more of a V shape. The skinny part goes inside that. So if you're ever kind of lost, you just kind of go by that. And boom, we have switched out the belt. That is nice and easy. Impact tools make life pretty easy.
Yeah.
I highly recommend them. So now we're just gonna put it back together. You always want to start your thread before you put it back on, especially with impact tools.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
We really have to make sure we can ride it again and give it to someone else if they want it.
Uh-huh.
That you a lawnmower. And you guys do what you want.
Yeah. You know what? Before I put everything, no, we'll put these back on. I'm gonna hit this brake with a little penetrating oil. It seems like it's a little sticky. All right, yeah. Close your ears. All right. Close your ears. Okay. We'll get a little penetrating oil.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need it.
Man, we gotta get some more oil, huh? Try not to get it on the belt. There we go. Work it in a bit. There we go.
When you need this, you just get it when you have it.
You get it when you have it. Well said.
And if you have a set like this, and you have this inside it, I think like this inside it,
Yeah.
plus you could, and you have to do this, and you need to spray this on it, let's get this.
Mm-hmm.
You have the same thing style in here.
I'm looking at this and it looks like I might recommend to them to get a new brake because that's just metal on metal.
We do. And we need stuff when we have to use it. No.
All right, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
See you on the next video.